Full Circle with DC and J. Sanchez.
And a very, very, very good day, everybody. My name is DC. I am the host of the Full Circle. And today I have got, oh my goodness, I'm so excited, the OG co-host of the Full Circle when we did it at uni, in our second and third year of uni. He is the incredible J. Sanchez. Boom, 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 boom.
Hi DC, thanks for having me. Thanks for the great introduction. J. Sanchez.
J. Sanchez. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Shall I try and get Ben to see if he can do it?
Maybe. Does he do the introduction for this one?
Yeah. Did you not know that was him?
Yeah, I thought I could hear. DC.
Yeah, that's Ben. Ben Rod, our ex-flatmate. Yeah, so Jay here. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Thanks for coming on.
Excited to be here. Thank you.
Pleasure, absolute pleasure. The tables have turned a little bit because Jay, I think it's fair to say that you were the, I think I would basically choose the Full Circle and I would choose the songs, and sometimes we would do it together, but I think more often than not, you'd be the one, you know, you'd be the right-hand man sort of thing. Is it fair to say?
I think that's fair to say. I think I'd be called the color commentator if we were football commentators. Is that right? Is that right? So you would be doing the action, and I would, pipe in every.
That's absolutely spot on. I don't think they call it that in the UK, but that's absolutely spot on. But yeah, so essentially, you've made a full circle. So you have chosen the songs today, and we're gonna hear them or hear about them and why you've chosen them. And you're gonna partake in some fun features, and we're gonna hear about you. We're gonna hear a lot about you, and just actually, that was something we never used to do before. We used to just, I don't know. Jamie Vardy says it, but I don't want to say it in his words. But chat rubbish, and not the second bit, but we would just chat rubbish and get stuffed. So Jay, obviously I know you. I'm sure a lot of the listeners here know you. But just in case there's some new people who don't know you, give yourself a bit of a summary and also share a fun fact that maybe I don't even know about you.
Oh, that'll be difficult to share a fun fact that you don't know. So, I'm Jay Sanchez. I'm a GP trainee at the moment, hoping to qualify by next August. So one more year in that. Fun fact about me, I'm originally from the Philippines. And you've already said the other kind of main fun fact about me, which is that I used to co-host this show back in uni for a few years. I remember Saturday mornings getting up very early. Time to go into the recording studio was always fun, wasn't it? I was always very keen for that bus ride. From what I remember,
I think most nights, there's no denying it. Most Friday nights, I think we'd be out just having a good night, and I think Saturday mornings, yeah. They were sometimes tough.
I think there were a few recordings I made. But I made most of them.
You did. And in fairness, you were, as soon as the microphone came on, that was it. The grumpiness went, and you were absolutely perfect.
Grumpiness. I realized there's. No, yes, there was definitely some grumpiness.
I'm not going to share this. I'm not going to go into too much detail. But, there's been times where just before the show, we'll have a full-blown argument about something. And then we'd kiss and make up. Well, not literally kiss, but
It's all on air, all happy.
I don't think we ever had an argument on air, did we?
I think there's maybe some times where at least there's no swearing allowed anywhere. You'd get annoyed because maybe some would slip out. Or maybe I was on my phone playing a game rather than listening.
Yes. Yeah, you used to play this basketball game. And I think you used to get very annoyed when things didn't go your way. And I think one time, unfortunately, you got a bit too annoyed. And let's just say it slipped out on the microphone, and it was hilarious. But at the same time, it can get us in trouble because back then we actually used to be on FM radio back then.
Yeah, it was at the uni uni radio, yeah.
Yeah, and in London, I think on some parts in London, it worked on the FM, like on the radio.
Free for the public.
Yeah, exactly. And if one person complained, then Ofcom.
No more full circle.
Exactly. Yeah, that would be the end of our careers, our illustrious radio career.
Hopefully they don't go back and listen and cancel this rebirth.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on the show. It is, and we could reminisce about the old show, but I think it's a new show. It's a new birth. It's, it's a phoenix rising from the flames. And we obviously had to get Sanchez back on the show and hear his full circle. So shall we begin with the first song that you've chosen for the full circle?
Yeah, please. Thank you very much. So yeah, I'm quite excited actually, because like you say, I don't think I actually have done a full circle before. I did tell you there is a slight theme in my full circle. So I like films, so I've gone with kind of films I like, apart from one film that maybe isn't one of my top favorites, but it's in there somewhere, and maybe you'll see which one that is later. Without further ado, the first song is by the Pixies, Where Is My Mind? The film that it comes from is Fight Club. It's like right at the climax, right at the end.
Amazing. Yeah, so Pixies, Where Is My Mind? Check that song out on the Full Circle. I'll make a playlist as per usual. Because that's what I was actually going to say. Did you, you've done it now. You've already said the film, where the film came from. But did you want to, for the next song, say the name of the film after the third film? So then, like when you're linking it, so then people have a bit of time to think about what the film comes from, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Obviously it's not live, but some people might still be interested in thinking about the film. So yeah, so Pixies, Where My Mind from...
Fine.
Yeah, so Pixies, Where My Mind from Fight Club. Right, are you ready for some Would You Rather?
I am ready, yeah.
Let's do it. So, Would You Rather? A game where two very simple choices, so it seems anyway. Two things that you really enjoy, or two things that you don't enjoy. How are you feeling about it?
I think it's fine. Listening to the other shows, I think they've been reasonable.
Fine. Okay, let's go straight into it. And obviously share a bit of context if you want. Some of them are going to be directed to you, and some of them are going to be a bit more like, general. Play at home, have fun as well. Would you rather see Sabrina Carpenter live or Dua Lipa live?
I'm guessing you asked me this because you know that I've seen them very recently. They were both very good. But I would have to say, after having seen both of them recently, very close together, it would have to be Dua Lipa.
Oh, wow. Okay. Reasoning?
She put on an absolutely great show. Saw her in Wembley. First time that I've been to Wembley as well. Actually, it's a great place to see act as well. Like, doesn't matter how far you are from the stage, you get a really good view. Where I saw Sabrina Carpenter in British Summertime in Hyde Park. If you're not right at the front, they're tiny and you don't feel part of the gig. But also, yeah, Dua Lipa just put a great show on from beginning to end, hits after hits.
And just remind me because you went with Sophie, right? Have I made this up?
I went with Sophie and I went with her family as well.
Cool. Sophie, who's Sophie? Just in case everyone doesn't know.
And Sophie is my wife.
And it's
2 years.
Yeah, I was going to say. Well, yeah, it would have been recently 2 years, right?
It was recently. It was last Tuesday. Was it last Tuesday? Right? Let me double check. Yeah, last Tuesday.
Nice.
Sadly, I was working a long day that day. But we celebrated on Friday.
Ah, fair enough. You purposely put yourself on that day when you... Yeah.
Sadly, I am not quite anywhere near senior enough to decide when I work, sadly.
Yeah. Okay. And okay. Are you? Genuinely, I don't mean this. Were you like big fans of theirs beforehand, or were you like, not?
I like their stuff. I wouldn't say like big fans, but yeah. Let's just say, I think beforehand I would have expected I'd have liked Sabrina Carpenter more, but actually Dua Lipa I didn't realize. But she's always her songs are always playing around it, so it's like you just know her songs.
Yeah, I've actually seen Dua Lipa live at Leeds Festival a few years ago. This is when she was probably just a bit more up and coming. And yeah, I think her first album really good, like New Rules. There's some other songs which are just really good. And that One Kiss with Calvin Harris, I really like that song. And they've got some really catchy songs, in fairness. I think Sabrina Carpenter, I think if I'm being honest, I think there's one song of hers I like called Taste. I think that's a really good song. I just feel, and I think, yeah, like I listened to a new song recently. It feels, I personally don't know what her unique selling point is in terms of her music, if I'm being honest. Number 2, would you rather eat a spoonful of cinnamon or a spoonful of salt?
I just know a spoonful of cinnamon's not good for you. Isn't that the one where you try it and you just like breathe it all in and people get badly unwell with it? But a spoonful of salt would also mess you up quite a bit. But then you could have lots of water after, maybe. Wait, do you have to eat it all at once? I suppose is that like you can just sprinkle salt throughout the day.
All at once.
Spoonful. I don't think I could eat a spoonful of salt. That feels wrong. So it would have to be a spoonful of cinnamon. But I know that would be bad as well. But like, could I eat it slowly?
Jay, would you rather eat a spoonful of cinnamon in one go, just boom, in your mouth like that, or a spoonful of salt, boom, in your mouth like that, and you just swallow it? Cinnamon. Fair. You could get aspiration pneumonia though with cinnamon. That's the issue.
I think you're about to say wrong answer.
I'd go for salt.
Would you? I think I did make the wrong answer there.
It's tough. I when I was younger, I've got a massive sweet tooth, and when I was younger, I used to have the just spoonfuls of sugar. And then I got this other one, and I was like 4 or 5, and I was like, oh, let's try this one. I was like, oh, it's more sugar. Yep, let's have sugar. And I was like, this is a weird taste. And I was like, oh, well, I'll keep having it. It was salt.
Oh my god! Is this the origins of the food challenge?
Yeah. Yeah, the OG inadvertent food challenge.
Oh god, poor little DC.
I actually, yeah. Let's just say, without being too graphic. In fact, let's just be graphic. I'm sorry if you're eating. I vomited.
But it's probably bad that you did, to be fair.
Probably is. Okay, this one. Now, I do feel a little bit bad about this one, but you know that's the point of Would You Rather. Would you rather relive your first year at UCL or your first year at Hull York Medical School?
Well, I'd relived the first year at Hull York Medical School. That's where I met my future wife, my wife Sophie.
That is the wrong answer, isn't it?
Why is that the wrong answer?
Mate, you're doing the show with DC, not with Sophie.
Oh,
I'm joking. I'm joking if Sophie's listening to this. I'm joking. Obviously, the right answer is Hull York Medical School. Well, okay, cool. Okay, tell me the good. Obviously, you know you have to say Hull York Medical School. You have to say it because you met Sophie. There's no denying that. But tell me a bit about the positives of both. Tell me about UCL and tell me about Hull York.
So UCL, great. You know, being in London's amazing. It's a newly young adult, like first kind of bit of independence from home and everything. And being in London, being Camden especially, is it was amazing, really. You get to do so many things, meeting so many people is great as well. There's no real downsides apart from the costs, isn't it? Hull, the great thing about Hull is that it's a campus kind of city and university, so everyone in your year, probably people in the other years as well. And yeah, a lot cheaper to be a student in, which doing it after already having done a degree is quite nice, to be honest.
That's fair. No, that's absolutely fair. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I was hoping, but it's fine. I accept it. I was hoping you'd day first at UCS. That's where you met me. We got to have a blossoming friendship. I still remember. I think something I was going to say was, there's no denying that when I first went there, I was a bit shy. But I remember you being very open, very, hi there, how are you, Deb? And then I don't really know. I think I just came into your room, and I think we just had a chat. And then I think it sort of like just blossomed more and more. I think we just got it. You bought your Xbox. That was a very good,
yeah.
A very good thing to have.
Yeah, we had a few FIFA competitions,
and then we had we just blossomed. And I think that year ended up just being an incredible year. And obviously we lived with each other for second year and third year. So it was a really, really fun time. But of course, for balance, of course, you went to Hull York Medical School, you know, the place you trained to be a doctor, your career. You met Sophie, your wonderful wife, Sophie. Met so many amazing friends there who I've also met and had the privilege of meeting, and all really nice people. You guys, was it Newcastle? It was a trip to Newcastle, wasn't it? And you very much had me in open arms. And it was an honor to be a part of that and meet all your wonderful friends. So I can see why I was hoping it wouldn't be as easy of a decision, but I could see why it was such an easy decision for you to go for Hull York Medical School.
I should have had a couple of minutes to tease that. Sorry. I think I had a harder decision with the cinnamon and salt.
Genuinely.
That was like a 5 minute escape. Sorry.
Genuinely, you were trying to find so many loopholes with the cinnamon and salt one. You were trying to be like, oh, can I have it during the day? Can I do this? And the next one, yep, Hull York. Who cares about UCL?
Well, I think the point is that obviously, even though, you know, we've met each other, oh God, I'm trying to think, it was so long ago now. Even then, we still chat, we still see each other, and it's still like, you know, even when we've not seen each other for a while, like when you went to Australia, it's kind of like back to normal when we do see each other. So really, do I need to relive it? I would argue no, because it doesn't need to be relived.
Look, the question was a polite way of saying, did you prefer your first year at UCL or did you prefer your first year at Hull York Medical School? Okay, I didn't want to say it like that, but that's how I said it. And it's clear which one you preferred.
Well, that's not how I took it. Anyway. That's funny.
Okay, next one. Last one, actually. Would you rather have to speak in rhyme for the rest of your life or speak in riddles for the rest of your life?
I think I would like to speak in riddles because I'd find it difficult to speak in rhyme all the time.
You just did it.
Oh, did I just do a rhyme then? And if I spoke in riddles, I think, well, I'd either seem quite wise or probably seem more annoying if I spoke in riddles all the time.
Yeah, I mean, we could try and speak in rhyme this whole time and try not to make it a crime. His name is Jay. What a beautiful day. What more is there to say? I don't know. Gotta go. Let's carry on with the show.
Well, thank you, DC. You have really shown me what it means to be a rhyming
MC.
See.
Yes. Nice.
I knew that.
I thought you'd go for riddles, which is why
wrong answer.
No. Which is why I think we should now speak in riddles. I want you to answer some riddles. What has an eye but cannot see?
Like the letter I?
I thought that, but it's not.
Well, I mean, it's true.
Not the answer I was looking for.
Like myself, I? Wait, if I can see.
What has an eye, EYE, but cannot see?
Like the eye for needles.
Yes, well done. What is always coming, but never arrives?
Tomorrow.
Yes.
I think I've heard that one.
What has to be broken before you can use it?
Silence? No. What has to be broken?
Think food.
Egg.
Yes, well done. And here's the last one. What question can you never answer yes to? I mean, technically there's another answer, but I've gone for this answer, which I think is a bit nicer. Am I lying?
Yeah. That is, because then, are you lying? Because you're not lying. Because you just said you are lying. But then are you lying? Yes, I'll stick with that one. I think it's that one.
Ooh, am I lying? Yes. I mean, that is a good one as well, actually. So that probably is an answer. The one which I was thinking is, are you asleep yet?
Are you asleep yet?
Well, you can sleep talk, did you say? I thought that. I thought, yeah, but if you sleep talk, you'd have to be really lucky to say the word yes. Oh, wait, hang on. What question can you never answer yes to? You could, if you say, are you lying? Yes, you could be lying.
Oh, yeah, you could be lying, couldn't you? And you are lying. Am I telling? Oh, anyway. Yeah, no. Yeah, that doesn't actually work.
Yeah, the other one could be, are you dead yet?
I mean, that's morbid. Yeah, that's quite morbid.
I didn't really want to say it, though.
May I send my would you rather?
Yes. Oh, my goodness. Yes.
Oh, thank you. Have you not had would you rathers? Sent it to you.
I am more than happy for you to do this.
This one, it just came into my head because I was doing some chores. Would you rather always have a perfectly made bed every morning? You don't even necessarily have to be the one that made it, but it's just, it's always perfectly made. Or would you rather a perfectly organized wardrobe? And like everything's like nicely crisp and ironed.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think personally, I would. It's a tough one. I'm not super. I know this is gonna say this is a bit personal. I'm not super fussed about the bed being made. Like, I'm not super fussed if the bed is made or not. Like, for instance, if I'm on, like, let's say I was on nights this week and Abby wasn't here. So on Monday night, I got up on Monday evening for my night shift, and then I got home, in the morning, and it wasn't made up because obviously I'm not fussed about that because it's just me going back into bed. Do you know what I mean? Whereas the wardrobe thing, yes, like if everything's like ironed and made for you, you're going to be wearing that and you're going to be using that, and that I think is more practical. So in short, I know it sounds a bit dirty, being like, oh, you don't make your bed, but I low key feel like that's just something like they say to kids so that it feels like you've done something for the day. Like, do you know what I mean? Make your bed, but actually, you don't have to make your bed. Like, you could just go back in the bed, which wasn't made. But obviously with the wardrobe stuff, like, it would be nice to have clean, ironed, folded up clothes because if you don't do that, then there's a risk of it getting creased and all that sort of stuff. So I think practically, that's what I would go for. What do you think?
I think I agree with you. I think it's nice to have a made bed, and it's nice to get into bed when it's been made. But the practicalities of having all your clothes ironed, and you can see all your clothes, and so you don't have to root through for something. I swear I had the sleeve shirt here.
Can I ask who would do that?
I'm just there. It's just like magically. It is magically there.
Now that would be cool. That would be cool to have an iron that can just automatically do. Is that something? Obviously, of the inventions of technology and things moving forward, that's got to be something that can be done in the future, right?
Well, I mean, I suppose we're getting closer to not having to iron shirts, like non-free shirts. But anyway, so yeah, you can see what an exciting afternoon I was having when I thought about which you're rather. Which one would I rather have had?
Nice. I like that one though. That's a relatable one. I like that one. I thought, have you got any riddles yourself? Because you said you'd rather speak of riddles. Have you got any riddles yourself? Or
any riddles? I wasn't ready for riddles.
No,
riddles.
fine. That's fine.
There's always classic ones. What's black and white and red all over?
A bird penguin.
What? You're joking.
Oh, what is it? A newspaper?
Yeah. You knew it was a newspaper.
I'm sure I've heard of a bird. I'm sure is that a joke? Oh, that might be a joke.
Well, you just made. I've never made that. Never heard of that one.
I thought that was something, but okay.
A bird penguin. Nice. That's not PC.
Why is that not PC? Anyway, whatever. How
you've only read that in a penguin bar.
Maybe. Yeah. Other chocolate bars are available, but yes. Do you remember how to do that all the time?
Nondescript chocolate biscuit wafer.
I tell you what, have you been to Australia before? Tim Tams.
I knew you were going to say Tim Tams. I feel like everyone who goes to Australia, like...
Have you tried one?
I have tried a Tim Tam, yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, they're like penguins. They're like the other chocolate bar.
They're a much nicer penguin. Do you not think?
I don't think I've eaten them side by side. Or maybe the ones that they sell here aren't as good as that.
What I'll do is next time we see each other face to face is I'll get a pack of penguins and I'll get a pack of Tim Tams and I'll take one each, blindfold, and you just have one of each and you can see it. You got to tell me which one you prefer and which one you think is the penguin / Tim Tams. Right, number 2 then. So Pixies, how does that link?
I forgot we were dating.
Literally, Phil said the same thing last week. He was like, "Oh, I forgot that that's the format of the show." It is a good point. Yeah. Anyway, Pixies, Where Is My Mind? How does that link to the second song?
The second song is called Nightfall by Kavinsky.
Don't give a clue now. Give a clue later, and then I'll try and guess as well. Actually, it's good. Yeah, I actually want to guess the name of the movie, so I would have got the first one. I think I knew the first one. Okay, Jay, it's time for favourites. It's a new feature that's come on the pod. And I think it's something that people enjoy. I'm going to ask you some favorite moments of yours. An example might be your favorite day of the week. What is your favorite day of the week, just out of interest?
I like a Thursday because it's coming up to the weekend.
Oh,
So you got the excitement of the weekend.
do you know what that says about you? That says you like the anticipation more than the actual event itself.
I guess so, yeah. Also, I guess I've just tried to be different.
Thing is, though, there's definitely a thing about that. People definitely like the anticipation sometimes is more exciting. So, for instance, when you're trying to get tickets for something, when you're trying to get tickets for gigs and stuff, and getting those tickets sometimes is more like, oh my goodness, I got them. Obviously, you're still really excited for the weekend or really excited for the gig or whatever. But sometimes that anticipation, that feeling of anticipation, can sometimes actually be more.
Or like the week before a holiday. That's always great.
Yeah,
isn't it?
exactly. But that wasn't a favorite one, but that's actually quite a good one. I know you don't. Do you still game as much these days? I don't think you do you? Like video games?
Not as much, but I have played one recently, which I finished quite recently. We can talk about that.
Talk about it later, because I was actually going to ask you what your favorite game was.
My favorite game. So my favorite game series would be Halo. It's the Xbox kind of exclusive from back in the day that kind of really helped stay as a gaming company. Favorite game overall? It's quite difficult. I really like Red Dead Redemption 2. That's a really good game. But favorite game I played recently, so I'll give you 3 answers. So yeah, this is the last game I played. But then if you played Expedition 33, it's like a role-playing race game, like very story narrative based kind of game that I like. Other games are available. Out of all of those, I would probably say overall would still say Halo and the series.
Nice. Yeah. That's something which obviously, I mean, I played it on PC briefly. I played the first one PC briefly, but that's something that just isn't available on PlayStation, because I'm a PlayStation guy. Aren't you a PlayStation guy now? If I got that wrong.
No, I'm still in the Xbox. It seems like most of Xbox is coming to PlayStation.
Didn't you briefly have a PlayStation? I've made this up, haven't I? I haven't made that up, have I?
I had PS4. Then I went.
Oh, you went back. Fair enough. What's your favorite gig? What's the favorite gig you've ever been to?
I really enjoyed Glastonbury as a whole, but as a gig, in Glastonbury, one of the really good ones I didn't expect to like really enjoy, and always I remember it, is weirdly Lizzo, which I don't think she's that much around anymore now. But I remember because Sophie kind of like told me, I was like, I have no idea who this person is, but yeah, I'll go. And I knew none of the songs, but still somehow it was like such a great gig. So that's a really nice memory. Remember a gig we went to? Well, we went to Alexandra Palace together for Vans Warped Tour, and we saw a few really good bands there as well. But kind of the opposite there, we saw a band that I really didn't enjoy, but I think you quite like now. Bring Me the Horizon.
Well, back then they were a different style.
They're a different band. Yeah. But that's also one that always sticks with me as well.
Do you remember the random stopping to check our tickets?
Yes. But it was random.
It was very random. It seemed like we were the only two that were stopped. I mean, I don't want to definitely say that, but it seemed like it. And then they put us in the back of the queue afterwards.
And this was in what, 2012? Before, but anyway, so it was random, so it's fine.
I think, Lizzo, back when you saw her, an excellent role model. Unfortunately, from my understanding, there's been some talk about other things that have happened, and we're not going to talk about that, but it's just unfortunate how these things can happen to anyone. Do you know what I mean? What's been your favorite UCL moment?
Well, I mean, obviously, it has to be being a co-host in the Full Circle.
You don't need to suck up.
I also really enjoyed when we used to play cricket in our corridor.
I don't want to get
maybe
in trouble.
We used to play sports in the corridor, which weren't allowed.
Do you remember? I think someone complained, didn't they? Do you remember that time when we played and someone complained, and we all just went running into the rooms, and I think there was one person that still stayed in the corridor, and they just got absolutely questioned. Yeah. Back in the day, that sort of stuff was just seen as like funny norm. I mean, what we did then was like minor compared to what some other people do at that age. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
I mean, I was probably I don't know if this is a good thing to say, but I think it's because I bought my cricket bat, didn't I?
You did? And a ball. I think it was the tennis ball, to be fair. It wasn't like...
We used a tennis ball. Just want to clarify. We used a tennis ball. There was no damage. And what's been your favorite moment with being married?
I think the whole wedding day was lovely. So if that counts, then that was definitely like the best day. So our honeymoon was really nice as well. Yeah, then just being married as a whole it's been nice.
Hang on, you can't say what's your favorite moment of being married. Just being married?
Big the wedding day was like really nice.
No,
yeah.
I'm joking. Technically, you weren't married all of it.
Yeah. Well, no, just not until 12:30. I guess 1:30 is when we signed the thing.
Yeah, and obviously, yeah, incredible day. And I think it was very picturesque with the lightning just like happening before, wasn't it? That was
Rained a lot, and then just as we were walking out, the sun came out, and we had some sunshine and pictures outside. It was like even though there was rain, it was still perfect.
Yeah, exactly. The weather, it's like actually, yeah, I think the weather made it absolutely spot on. As you say,
Mood weather.
Okay, and I mean there might be some overlap with this question, but what's been your favorite moment ever? Would you say, like, if there's one thing that you were like, I mean, could it be the wedding? I mean, it might be
my favorite moment ever in my life. Yeah, yeah, it's supposed to be this. I think, yeah, that's a bit of a cop out using the same thing with two questions. But I would say, yeah, that's really.
What's your favorite moment that doesn't include the wedding? What's your second favorite moment then?
Doesn't include the wedding. I suppose graduating from medical school, like achieving that. I had my previous degree, but trying to apply. So yeah, having that as an achievement and knowing that I'd got it was great, and having all my family there as well to celebrate with.
Yeah, incredible achievement. I mean, to go through UCL and then go to Hull York, I mean, just absolutely outstanding. I just want to ask, are you one of those that puts all your titles at the end?
No, maybe when I'm a qualified GP, when I'm MRC GP, maybe.
Just to clarify, only saying this because I think there's sometimes a bit of a misconception. You and I, we're both doctors. We are qualified doctors, but we are like at the stage of resident doctors, which is essentially like any point from our first year being a doctor to the point where a consultant or a GP. I'm only saying like you said qualified GP. I always feel like whenever you say that, because I think there's some people that think that we're not actually. I mean, even the other day, and it's ridiculous because I'm like, the most senior doctor covering the 3 A&Es from a psychiatry perspective locally, and someone's like, oh, how's the studies? Oh, it must be really good that you get paid. Oh, and just like,
I am making all the decisions.
Yeah, and obviously you are as well in your hospital jobs when you're on call and stuff. Like it's, yeah, I don't know.
Both when I mean qualified, it's like when you're an autonomous clinician and you're not having to run anything past anyone, and like your decisions and your own.
Exactly. It's okay. Yeah, no, thanks for sharing your favorite stuff. A lot of talk about the wedding. How much? What did Sophie say you were getting for mentioning the wedding, and also mentioning first year of Hull York Med School be your favorite moment? Because that's where you met Sophie. What is she? What has she offered?
Oh, that's so sad of me, isn't it? I'm sorry.
I'm joking. It shows you are a man deeply amorous with your wife, and you want to give her the shout out she deserves on the full circle. And I think it's adorable. Some people might think it's a bit sick, but I think it's adorable. Sorry, Sophie.
Oh God.
Okay, is it Kavinsky? The artist is called Kavinsky, and the song is called Nightcall. Yeah, I must admit, I have a feeling, but I don't want to get it wrong. Can you give me a clue? Is it a film have we seen the film together?
We might have, yeah. Because it came out around that time. It came out 2011. The film.
I want to say I Love You Man, but I don't know.
No.
Can you give me another clue?
I can tell you who's in it. Maybe Ryan Gosling.
Oh, it's not. Is it Crazy Stupid Love?
No.
Go on then, tell me.
It's Drive. So yeah, so the links are based in the film. So that's good. The reason why it links to Pixies, Where's My Mind's in. Fight Club. What's the song? The Pixies, Where's My Mind's in. Brad Pitt. And Brad Pitt and Ryan Gosling were both in The Big Short, and Ryan Gosling is in the film Drive. Third song is I'm Just Ken by Ryan Gosling. I think you'll get.
Okay. Let me see if I can guess the name of the film, and let's see if people. Okay, Ryan Gosling. I'm just 10.
I'm just Ken.
Oh, I'm just Ken. Sorry. Oh, I think I know this one.
What can it be?
I think it might be a film that Dua Lipa is in. Barbie.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there you got it.
How does that link to? Well, it's the link. Ryan Gosling. Is that the link?
Ryan Gosling. Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. Now I'm banking on this working, but if it hasn't happened, it hasn't happened. Has Jay's article of the week made a return?
Yeah, it has made a return.
Yes, it's made a return. Jay's article of the week.
So it's a funny article, but it's more funny, interesting. And it's an article. My family was around recently, and my mum said it as well. Yeah, that's quite. Did you know it's difficult to find deodorant in South Korea?
I did not know that.
And why is it difficult to find deodorant in South Korea? Because apparently in South Korea, the people there don't have body odor that needs deodorant.
What?
No. So I was like, that's just not true. That's not true. But yeah, at first I was like, nope, that's just not true. But it's looked it up and it's true. And I'll read you the little. This is kind of at the end of the article. It's simply genetics. One reason few Koreans seek out deodorants is that they naturally give off less of a smell. This might seem like a controversial statement, and I didn't think it was. But scientists have found in recent years that the majority of East Asians have a mutation in the ABCC11 gene that reduces their odds of emitting human axillary odor, also more commonly known as body odor. So funny, interesting, not funny, So I hope that's okay.
It's it's definitely mind-boggling.
Yeah, crazy, isn't it? I was like, that's just not true.
East Asians, so not just South Koreans.
I guess so, yeah. So it's East Asia, it says here, yeah.
Is it the same gene or the same area, which is why some people of Asian origin get absolutely absolutely smashed from drinking?
I don't know if it's the same gene, but maybe there's a link to that maybe we should explore and get articles written about, perhaps.
Question. No body odor, but can they still sweat?
I also thought this, yeah. It's like, I think they can sweat. So body odor is the result of bacteria in the skin feeding off fatty molecules present in sweat. If you have a normal ABCC11 gene, proteins in your apocrine glands, also known as sweat glands, transport lipids from cells into your sweat. So I guess they don't transport lipids into the sweat.
That is interesting. That is really interesting. But what if let's say like someone who's tourist is in South Korea doesn't bring deodorant?
I know, yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. It's difficult to find deodorant in South Korea. So make sure if you are going to South Korea to pack your deodorant.
There we go. You've heard it there from Jamie or Sanchez. Make sure you get your deodorant before you go to South Korea because they don't have a body odor issue, but you might do.
I guess also if you're going to North Korea, make sure you also pack deodorant.
You've probably got other issues there as well. Nice. Oh, that's a good one. I like that one.
Oh, thank you. Wow.
Yeah. Well, look, we're all, it's all, we're all friends here. Your funny articles of the week, some of them are absolutely hilarious. And some of them, I swear, you found them 5 minutes before where I'd say, Jay, let's do Jay's funny article of the week.
Where you expect me to just do that now?
Because when I asked you, you said I'm going to decide on a day. I wasn't sure if you were going to do it. That's why
Well, I was going to tell you. I was going to say message you, but I thought it would be funnier if you just.
Nice. Thanks for that. Yeah, and I enjoyed that one. That was a really good one. I'm Just Ken by Ryan Gosling. He's the artist.
He's the artist. Yeah, the listed artist on Spotify anyway, or wherever you may be listening to. Actually, I can't verify it. The fourth one is, and you've already mentioned kind of the link, I think, but it's Dua Lipa, One Kiss. Also a very, very great song. and I think you can see where the link is because you've linked it for me already.
Yes. I wouldn't have a clue what film that's from.
So I suppose that one is more the Dua Lipa's been in Barbie, but also Dua Lipa's also in another film. But yeah, but I'm sure that's been in the film. But
It's probably been in like all those like, you know, trashy films that they're in a nightclub and one.
It's also a big football chant these days, isn't it?
Is it?
I think they sang it in the Club World Cup when Chelsea won.
Yeah, I don't know. The Club World Cup, I don't know. It just feels, I don't know. Yeah, as Jessie J says, it's not about the money unless you're FIFA.
I don't think I heard that verse.
She doesn't say that
must be
for
a
legal
secret-
reasons.
Secret verse.
I can't sing it because copyright will get me struck off. Not struck off from the show, just to clarify.
Struck off from
Yeah, I just realised that it's struck off also, you know, in our profession, but that's not what I meant. Okay, cool. Yeah, Dua Lipa, One Kiss. And as I said earlier, sorry for doing a little minor spoiler there about saying that I like her song One Kiss. But yeah.
Yeah, no, and I was like, wow, I'm glad that you like that song. It's a very good song, that one.
It is time for, I mean, it's not the main event, but it's time for the last feature before we complete the full circle. And that is, it's nothing to do with Mastermind. Okay. So it's nothing to do with Mastermind, just to clarify for the editors or, you know, the lawyers for the BBC. It really isn't. But I asked you what your specialist subject would be for a Mastermind style TV show. And do you want to tell me, do you remember?
If I was the Mastermind, I would go for Marvel Studios films.
So the way I've done it is, obviously I know normally it's like a time limit and all that sort of stuff, but the way I've done it is I've concocted 10 questions. They're of various difficulty, but if it's your specialist subject, I would be expecting you to be up there. So let's see how well you would be doing if this was your specialist subject on Mastermind. This is not Mastermind, just in case anyone's listening to this or watching this. I just want to clarify, I do not want to get in trouble.
Is that Mastermind needs to go here?
Are you ready?
I'm ready. It's on a timer.
No, fine. I might tell you to hurry up if you're like thinking for too long. What's the name? And there's no options. You just got to say it. What's the name of Thor's magical hammer?
Mjolnir.
Yes. Well done. Okay. 1 for 1. Number 2. What is the name of the interdimensional realm, interdimensional realm, said that wrong, where Doctor Strange learns the mystic arts?
The mystic. Oh. Pass. I'm gonna kick myself. Pass.
You're not gonna give an answer?
The mirror dimension.
Kamartaj.
I knew it was something like that, but I didn't want to say in case I'm completely butchered it.
You chose.
I chose twice.
Yeah, I was gonna say you chose not being abused or getting called out. Yeah, over trying to get the question right. Okay, fair enough. In Ant-Man, what is the name of the technology that allows the user to shrink?
M particles?
Yes, correct. Well done. So that's 2 for 3. What rare metal is Captain America's shield made from?
Vibranium.
Correct. Well done.
There's a certain amount I need to get, by the way, to prove that I'm a Marvel fan.
Let's see what your score is, and we'll make a judgment. In Captain Marvel, what planet is Carol Danvers originally associated with at the beginning of the film?
No, I'm gonna have to pass.
Hala. That's a tough one. Which film marks the first time Spider-Man appears in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
I believe it was Captain America Civil War.
Nice. Well done. In Doctor Strange, what object does Stephen Strange use to manipulate time?
It's like a little necklace thing. The Eye of Agamotto.
Nice.
I believe.
Nice. That's so good.
Such a nerd. Just check my nerdiness.
I'm enjoying this though. I'm enjoying this. You've only got 2 wrong. You're 5 for 7. This is good. Let's see how you do in the last 3. What is the name of the female warrior group that protects Wakanda from Black Panther, obviously?
There's another one that's gonna be a difficult thing to say. But it's like begins with an M. The Majori, something Majori. Dora Majori, something like that.
I'll give you it. Dora Milaje. Maybe I'm saying it wrong, but yeah.
I don't know. I think if I'm saying it right. I'll give myself half point for that half point.
What is the name of the organization that Tony Stark's company originally supplied weapons to before he became Iron Man?
Stark Industries. Well, that's his company, Stark Industries. He supplied it to someone else. Well, the US government, I think.
The 10 Rings. Last, and maybe least, what is the name of the high security prison featured in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh, no, that's very difficult. It's like the spaceship.
The Kiln. Klyn? Kyln?
Kiln, I guess. Yeah.
6 out of 10. I think that's a really, really good score. I only chose one so-called easy question, and the rest were either like hard or expert. You actually did really, really well.
I should go Mastermind or other game shows.
I think if your general knowledge is acceptable, to be honest, you'll do a lot of reading about your general knowledge. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do they give options in Mastermind, or is it?
No, they don't.
Anyway, just to warn you, I have 2 more songs. I thought it was a 6-song full circle. Sorry.
6-song full circle. Nice. That's all right.
Let you know in case it goes longer. Sorry.
That's all right. I mean, it's always good. It's always good to be told that stuff in advance. But that's all right. Well, the quiz is just finished. I mean, we can do a little spontaneous thing, because I guess people like to hear that stuff. Right, Dua Lipa, One Kiss. So not the last song. What's the next song then?
This next song is called America by Ariana DeBose.
Ariana DeBose.
Yeah, DeBose.
Oh, DeBose. Sorry. Okay. No, I'm not going to have a clue about the link or the film.
So Dua Lipa was in a film with this lady called Argyle, and Ariana DeBose was in a film called West Side Story, where she sang America. And that's a musical.
Nice. Very good. Yep, I will check that out, and I hope you all check that out as well. Right, Jay, well, the floor's on you.
Sorry, I need to think of something now.
I didn't plan for. I planned for 5 songs. You want to?
So
what do you want to do, Jay?
How's your week been?
How's my week been? Eh?
Yeah.
Been all right.
You know what? I'm very glad that you've restarted the full circle. It's been really nice to see you kind of taking it by the scruff of the neck and like doing it really well. Yeah, it's been amazing.
Thank you. I do appreciate it. No, and I'm glad to have you on, and I'm glad it worked out. And obviously, I'd love to. It wouldn't work because of like timings and stuff. But if we could bring the old guard back, cheeky little regular co-host, you on your phone playing your basketball game, doing your funny article of the week 2 minutes before, adding an extra song when I didn't even realize, that's the good old days.
People do 6 songs. 5 songs would have been easier. So. But also, yes, next time that we're actually seeing each other, then we should do one live. Maybe a full circle up north.
Yes, because I was going to say, whereabouts you mean? Do you want to? Yeah, because we haven't spoken about that. Whereabouts do you live?
I live in Leeds, in the City of Culture 2023. I want to say sometime.
Do you think have you been in Leeds? You've been in Leeds in 2023, right? You were living there then as well, weren't you?
5 years, yeah, 5 years.
Do you think since it got the City of Culture tag in 2023, do you think that it's now become more cultured, or do you think actually what a waste of?
I don't think, because City of Culture obviously came from the European City of Culture, and Liverpool. Well, I think that's why they do it now. But Liverpool obviously had that European City of Culture years ago. And I think that really transformed the city, didn't it? And
yes, so I thought there was 2 different City of Culture. So I thought there was that one, as you mentioned, but I also thought that so I know Hull got City of Culture one time.
Well, yeah, because now this is like UK City of Culture, because I guess we don't do European City of Culture anymore. Hull did really well with City of Culture, actually. They really transformed the marine area there. Because I was living in Hull, City of Culture as well. And yeah, they built a lot of things. They made Leeds. I think Leeds was probably a big enough city they didn't need to have that so much.
Is it you? Are you the reason why these places become City of Culture? Is it where you live and then it's, we know Jay lives here, so it needs to become a City of Culture?
You know what? When I was in London, Olympics was there. So.
Oh my goodness. There is a correlation.
Where should I live next?
Actually, I'm not going to name a city because I bet you there'll be one person listening from that city and be like, what are you trying to say, eh?
Well, actually, it's very cultural already. Maybe I forget South Korea.
Where?
South Korea.
And and it gets UK City of Culture.
Maybe I should go to South Korea and bring lots of deodorant and open a deodorant store. It's a gap in the market.
Very clever. Very, very clever. Coventry, just an aside, sorry, just to move back to City of Culture. Coventry was City of Culture as well a few years ago. Yep. And obviously that's my hometown. And a lot of controversy. I know he said not to talk about politics and stuff, but actually it's really controversial because there's actually a massive investigation, or there's a bit of like, like where's all the money gone? Because Coventry hasn't improved. Like, I don't mean, and I mean that as someone from Coventry, I mean that in the nicest possible way. Yes, it's the town maybe is a little bit more presentable, but overall, for the amount of money, I think it was like hundreds of millions. Nothing's happened, and it's so disappointing because, like you say, Hull's transformed, Leeds, it's already a big place, but I'm sure it's like used it to its advantage, and I think a lot of people think that the councillors just pocketed it. I'm not going to say that definitely.
Where did the money go? We're not going to say, yeah, it's just people think it. People think it.
Yeah.
They can think what they like.
It's probably true, though. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Cease and desist.
Yeah.
Coventry letter-headed. Letter-headed.
How dare you say we took the money?
Yeah.
Because it is true, but we don't want anyone to know. No, I'm joking. Oh God, I'm going to get in trouble. Right.
Where's your evidence, sir? Right. Should I close the full circle?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. So America, that was from a musical, West Side Story. My next song is also from a musical. It's one of the best musicals, I would say. And in fact, I would say the best musical. I will put it out there. I'm ready for the comments for people to prove me wrong.
Okay.
And this is called One Day More by the Les Mis cast.
Nice.
Have you heard Les Mis? Have you listened to Les Mis? Seen Les Mis?
I think Abby's a massive musical fan. She has definitely seen it. She loves it. I'm sure she has played it to me, and I'm sure I'd recognize it if I heard it. I've not seen it, and I know that's very sacrilegious because I think, as you say, a lot of people that are into musicals would probably say Les Mis is one of the best, if not the best.
Probably the biggest musical. It's probably one ran for the longest. But yeah, the film is okay, but the musical live is definitely like. By the way, how does that link? Because they were both musicals, but how does Les Mis link to the start? So Helena Bonham Carter was in the Les Mis cast, and she was also in Fight Club.
Nice. Hence completing the full circle. Yay! 6 songs, but that's fine. I'm happy with that. Also enjoyed cheeky little bonus features about the City of Culture. Back to musicals. Sorry, I know we're meant to be wrapping up. Back to musicals. I know recently you saw this, and I know that, again, people are going to look very down on me saying this, but it's the first musical I saw, and it's probably my personal favorite, Book of Mormon. What did you think?
I knew it'd be good because it's been running for ages, but I didn't realize it would be as good as it was, and it was funny from the beginning to the end. I was laughing, and the songs were also really good. The story was good. Some controversial little beats. I think that's kind of the South Park creator kind of writing, but it was so funny and it's so good, and the message was really good. So.
Yeah, and we already know about how controversial they are. They have gotten so much trouble over the years, and they've actually got in trouble this week, as I'm sure you probably know.
Yeah, with the AI, like with the US.
Yeah, which again, we're not going to go into. Thank you so much for coming on, Jay. It has been an absolute honor, pleasure, privilege, all the hyperboles to describe having you on. Thank you so much. Have you got any lasting words or any phrases or anything you wanted to give to the Full Circle Nation before we wrap it up?
I just want to say thank you for having me. This was really fun. Didn't realize how much I missed being on the show, and it's been lovely. Thank you.
Oh, that's so nice of you to say. I'm going to share this. It was amazing to have you on when you came on as when you became the co-host. I think when I first did it, I did it by myself, and to have you on, as you know, the right hand man, as the alternative commentator. We had a lot of fun. We had guests with us sometimes, and sometimes we didn't. And it's a very different show now. And of course, you are. But what I will say, when I brought it back on Facebook, or when I brought it back when you had left and went to Hull York, I think it came back as a resurrection, full circle resurrection. Someone was like, "Did you get Jay's permission?" And I'm like, "Well, I want to ask you this. Like, did I need to get your permission when it was something that I made?"
No, not at all. I don't think so. As long as you gave me half the royalty.
Oh dear. Well, half a 0-0. But no, it's been a pleasure to have you on, and thank you for choosing your songs and linking them all together. And I really enjoyed the movie themes and the musical themes as well. And of course, you are welcome again anytime. And if we can do it in person, that would be amazing. And yeah, it's been a blast. Really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
There's only one way to end it. Jay doesn't adhere to this. And every time I probably said it, it's probably like, "What are you on about, Deb? What are you on about?" He'll adhere to this for the rest of the week, I'm sure. Remember this. Stay safe. Don't eat beef.